Hey everyone, welcome back to Kotlin with Compose. Today we are diving into how to implement a navigation drawer using Jetpack Compose and Jetpack Navigation. This approach leverages Compose modern declarative UI framework to create a seamless navigation experience. So let's get started. First, what is a navigation drawer? It is a panel that slides out from the left edge of the screen, providing app navigation options. Using Jetpack Compose, we can build and manage this drawer easily while integrating it with Jetpack Navigation for a smooth user experience. So here you can see at the screen that I have created a new project called Jetpack Drawer, and in this we will create a model navigation drawer for our side menus. So let's get into the code. So let's first delete this default greetings composable and let's create our own scaffold. So we don't need the scaffold actually here, so let's delete this for now. And so for model navigation drawer, first we need to declare a drawable state. So let's declare our drawable state and set drawer state, and let's declare it by remember drawable state, and let's give it an initial value of drawer value closed. So initially our drawer will be closed, and so after that we also need scope. So we need scope to change or to trigger the drawable state. So remember put it in scope, and we also need to know what item is currently selected. So selected item, and let's call it remember table state of. So if we will be adding an index to our selected item, so let's add an integer value and let's set it 0. And to that you need the list of items, so let's call it items and add our list. So list of like what kind of menu we will be holding inside this item. So let's call it home, and profile, and let's call it setting last one. So this much for our items and drawer states, I guess. So now let's create our model navigation drawer. So model navigation drawer is provided by the Jetpack Compose itself. So inside the drawer content, so let's define our model content, or we can say that our side menu. Let's create our side menu. So let's add a column here first, and let's give it a modifier dot fill max width with, let's add half to the screen, 0.5 app, so it will add 50% of the screen width. And also let's add here fill max height, and also give a background color. So let's give color dot light gray for now, and also give it a padding. Let's give it a horizontal of 16 dp, let's import the GP and also give the vertical of, let's say, 48 for now. And now let's add our item inside the column. So as we have a list of items here, so let's add with the help of this item. So items dot for each index. So we'll be using for each index, so it will be also useful to add the selected item. So let's add index and let's call it items here. And now let's define this item with navigation item, actually navigation drawer item. So inside navigation drawer we need to define label selected and on click. So for label, let's define a text type and let's add a item here. You give it a lambda expression here. So yeah, so on the selected item, let's update our selected item value. So our selected item value will be the index, which is the current index, and as we have defined it as to be mutable listed, so we have to provide it value here. So let the item get value. And so on click, so when the item is clicked, what we need to do is we need to update the selected item value. So selected item value is updated to the index value. So and also we need to on selecting the item, we also will require to close the drawer. So for closing the drawer, so let's scope.launch, and inside this we can add drawer state. Dot close. So we can add drawer state dot close here, and so let's add icon. We can add icon over here. So let's add icon too. So icon. So we can define icon with, and yeah, so in image for the content description, let's give it an item name. So it's just an item, and for image vector, let's define according to the index, like when index is like, if index value is 1, then we give icons dot default dot home, let's say. And if index value is, so if index value is 2, then we give icons dot default dot, let's add account circle, and else, as we have only 3, so 1, 2 and else is fine for this, and default dot settings. So yeah, and also add, let's add a spacer between items, and let's give it a height of 4.dp. And yeah, so For now we have created side menu, so we haven't created any content till now. So let's create content inside this model navigation drawer. So the model navigation drawer also supports scaffold, so we can write scaffold here. And so let's define it. So modifier dot fill max size, and let's add top app bar, and top app bar let's add a title, and it's experimental, so import experimental material API, and let's give it a title here of text type, and let's say Jetpack drawer, and let's add a so I do believe this top navbar supports the icon, so navigation icon. So let's add icon here, and let's add icons the default dot menu, and let's add content description menu here, and okay, so let's make this icon or icon button. So let's copy this and add icon button. So, and the content will be the icon that we just created, and on click, so we need scope here and launch, and let's do this drawer state to open. So yeah, and here let's define for our scaffold content. So let's add box with the modifier of fill max size, and let's add a padding of scaffold here, and let's give it a content alignment to center, and let's add a text in the center which says the selected item dot so yeah, I think this should work fine. So let's run this code. So let's run in emulator and see. So you can see our top app bar title, that is Jetpack drawer, and you can see the menu, and the content is our home. Currently it's the first index, so it's home. So on pressing the menu, it's not working for now. So we have missed to add our drawable states in our here model navigation drawer. So let's add drawer state equals to drawer state, and let's rerun our app. And so let's see. So yeah, now you can see we can toggle our side menu, and we can go to different sections, and you can see the text is changing according to it. So that's much for today's video, and in our next video we'll be talking about the navigation using Jetpack, and with the help of that navigations concepts, you can add that navigations concept into this side menu, and instead of toggling between this text here, actually like inside here, like instead of toggling to different text, we can toggle to different navigations or different screen. Actually, we need to define that here. And so on click listener, so according to the value of the selected index, we can move to the particular composable navigation. So we'll be talking about the navigations in our next video. So that's it for today's tutorial on implementing a navigation drawer with Jetpack Compose. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more Kotlin and Jetpack Compose content. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding!